as you progress and you move forward in life, and you get through whatever trials and tribulations that you go through. Sometimes, sometimes the hardest part that you might find yourself in, or the some situations that might be the hardest thing to get through, is not the fact that people of what people do to you. Sometimes it's the fact that people who other people, they don't understand what you're saying when you come and tell people, or when you express yourself. It's like other people, they don't understand what you mean when you saying what you're going through. A lot of people, they'll sit there and they think that you are just overreacting. They think that you are just full of it. They think that you got a tin can on your hat, or a tin can hat on your head, that you really are believing in fairy tales. It's because they don't believe, especially if they're looking at you and they don't feel like you got much. When you tell them the journey of your life, and you telling you what you had to go through, and how people came up against you in opposition and all this other different type of stuff, a lot of times people can't. It's like it's very difficult for them to even sit there and truly conceive what you're talking about. Half of the time, these people, they think that you're going crazy is because they have never really went through what you ever been through. A lot of people, they do not go through the same. I realize this too, because in life you be thinking that everybody goes through the same thing. You think that everybody's on the same level, and that's not the case. You get to a point in your life that you realize that's not the case. I always say, just because a person's older doesn't mean that they have more wisdom to you. Or just because a person's older than you doesn't mean that they have more knowledge or whatever. And it's not to say that y'all having some type of comparison contest, but we oftentimes will think that the oldest people have the most wisdom. But sometimes God puts you in situations, even as a child, and you might have more wisdom than adults or whatever. You got a lot of kids that are old souls, and then you got old fools in the same vein. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, they've never been what you went through. So it's like it's very difficult for people to understand that level of jealousy, that level of envy, the level of like persecution that you got to go through. Because also at the same time, these people have never went through it, and also the perpetrators, the people that's putting you through all this mess that you got to go through in your life. Oftentimes, these bastards are so good at hiding what they're doing. They're so good at covering up their tracks. They're so good at making it look like you're always the problem. They're so good at doing things in such a way that everybody, there's a group of individuals that's around people who are trying to come at you and trying to target you and stuff like that. You see, it's a group of these individuals. They definitely know what's going on. They know you speaking the truth. They know it. But what these people will do, and oftentimes what they do, when you get up and you start to speak in the society, first off, you already look crazy when you get up and speak in the society, for the simple fact that the majority of the society is fake. And that's not to be disrespectful, but it is what it is. A lot of people, they don't talk the truth. They don't speak the truth. So when people see the truth, and when people hear you speaking the truth, they truthfully believe that you are crazy. They truthfully believe that something is wrong with you, because they can't conceive it. Half of these people, they've lived in a delusional bubble their whole life, and they don't know anything outside of their area. Like they've never seen anything like what you're talking about, and so they automatically thinking like, okay, this person must be crazy. And then not only that, then when you start to point out individuals, and you start to really bring people's names, or you start to go through the ringer, and you start to expose things again, people, they will double down on it. They, like, this person's crazy, because they're like, surely this individual right here, this person's a pillar of the community. This person over here, look what they've done. This person over here, look what they've done. And they got accolades and stuff like that. And so they'll look at you like you were the problem, because everybody's gonna be saying that you're the problem, whatever the case may be. But these people, they're gonna run around, and it's frustrating, because it's like you're always gonna be the doggone villain in a lot of times in people's stories. And that's why a lot of times when you stuck in situations, when people, they going around and they talking down on your name, they lying on you and stuff like that, trying to get everybody to turn against you. One of the hardest parts that you got to do in going through that whole process is watching how people, they turn they back on you. The people that you went out your way to help the most, the people that you labor with, the people that you gave words of encouragement with to when they was down in they dumps. When people left them, you was there for them, helping them back up in any way, shape, or form. But now when they got back up on their feet, and now there's a hate train, there's a bandwagon. They jump on a hate train and bandwagon against you. Even though these people could have just dumped threw them in the trash, you helped them get up out the trash, dust them off, help them and everything like that. And then they still will turn and stab you in the back and go over there and go kick it with the doggone snakes and stuff like that. That's gonna snake them again. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's and like, it's a level of hurt and pain, because it's like it cuts deep, because it's almost like you don't want to do good for people. And I'm telling you, that damn devil will always get in your ear. I'm telling y'all, that damn devil will get in your ear. You so goddamn stupid. Look what you do. This is what you get for trying to be good. That's what good people do. That's what people of your ilk, that's what they get. Like, you finished last. Y'all are this, y'all that, y'all this, y'all weak, y'all that, pop, pop. Like, how could you be so stupid and give to people and look what they do to you? And I'm telling you, you'll get bitter. If you're not careful, you will get bitter. And there's a lot of bitter people out there that will flame them damn flames with you. And you begin to stay like, I ain't doing nothing for nobody. You go into this state where I ain't doing nothing. Like, and you sit on that hatred, you sit on that anger, and now you start to look at the people that do good in this world. You might start to see them as negative, just like everybody else, because it's like, but you're looking at it from a tainted point of view, and it's like it can get you stuck, and it can set you back, and like that damn devil will get you. He will get you if you're not careful. He will try to play mind tricks on in your mind, because he's giving you half truths and half realities. You might have done good to people and then they screwed you over and stuff like that. You might have been there for people and then they turned their damn back on you. You might have been in these scenarios, but the thing is, you learn in time that you don't turn negative. You don't turn evil. You don't turn and try to turn into these people like how they've done you. What you do is you now understand what it is with a lot of people and what they will do. So now you got to be much more strategic and watchful with who you do things with. A lot of people, they're not grateful for what you do. And you got to understand that they don't have your same mentalities, because you might be grateful because you would treat people in a certain type of way. You would be respectful to certain people. If somebody help you up out of the ditch, you definitely will be there for them if they need it or whatever. And you ain't going to turn your back on them, but everybody ain't you. And sometimes that's the hardest. Another hard lesson you got to realize too, that everybody's not you. People will know that you're not in the wrong, but they understand how everybody else is coming at you. They understand how everybody else is looking at you. And all this stuff is under the radar. These type of people, man, they be knowing what's going on. They are the bridge between, the truth and then the lies. They know the difference. And they can definitely inform other people and be an advocate for you, but they're not going to do that. They're going to stay silent. They're going to stay silent. They're going to go because they're scared to get in that damn pit with you. They're scared to go in that mud with you. They're scared to go out there and go with you. And after these people, they be thinking that you done for anyway. They don't care. You be thinking like, damn, man, I did so much. You got to understand how people's mentality works when they're afraid, when they're scared. You got to understand how people's mentality is when it's like a mob of people. People are not as strong as you might be. They might not be as strong because you as an individual, oftentimes the reason why you're going to go through so much persecution and so much hell is because you stand true to the truth. You stand true to yourself and you're not wavering from that. That devil's trying to get you up off the truth, and he's trying to get you up off of God, period, point blank, period. And he's trying to break you down in any way, shape, or form. And he will use people as vessels to come at you and to try to take you down, to get and he will use people that's the closest to you to betray you. He will use the people that's the closest to you to make you feel some type of way or whatever. Take your business and go lie about and go spread it and lie about who you are as individuals. You know what I mean? Like, he'll use individuals to get real close to you so they can stab you as much as possible in your back, trying to take you up out of here, hoping that you become so damn bitter, so hateful, so resentful, or you now in the depressed state that you can't even get up out your bed and go over and do what God needs you to do on this earth. I'm telling you, that's what that damn devil will do. That's what he would do. And he will use people that's around you to get at you. And then he will get everybody else to see some type of illusion. Like, they will, I'm telling you that, I always call them like snake charmers. These snake charmers, they get all the snakes and they charm up all the damn snakes, and they be having everybody thinking one way when it's the opposite way. You know what I'm saying? Like they manipulate, and you have one or two individuals that's truly at the head of this campaign that's going up against you. It's truly one or two individuals that secretly have envy and jealousy at the root of their heart and at the root of everything. And that's why they always got a problem with you. And it ain't got nothing to do with who you are as an individual. It's got a problem with everything about who your spirit is and everything. They're upset that they're not you. Quiet is kept. They'll never, ever admit that to you. They'll never admit that to you. And they're the ones that's leading this damn campaign. I call them snake charmers because they get all the other snakes and then they get everybody to dance to the same beat, as the damn snake charmer, okay? And the snake charmer, when the snake charmer goes out there, they pick targets. They pick people that they feel is better than them. They pick people that they feel like they can get over on. They pick people in certain type of ways, and then they go after them people. But these people, they got another mask when it comes out to the rest of the world. When it goes to the rest of the world, they got a whole nother look to them. They like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. These people and I'm telling you, these are the type of individuals that when stuff comes out and then they get exposed, people be like, no way, that individual? No. People are extremely good at hiding. They are extremely good at hiding. And even though sometimes, again, you could be so frustrated because you could be in a state where you can see so clearly. You can see right through this bastard. You can see right through people. And it's like you upset because it's like, how can everybody else not see the situation for what it is? How can people not see this individual for what he or she is? How can people be so doggone blind? And sometimes God gives you the ability, because you're sticking on to God and you're sticking on to the truth. He gives you the ability to see. Everybody else don't have that ability to see. Everybody don't have those gifts like you might potentially have. So as a result, these type of people, they're very good at tricking other people. They're very, very good at putting on an image and putting on a facade. That's why so many people, they're so shocked when the true news and the true reality of everything that comes out is now out there on the field. You know, these type of people, they know you speaking the truth, and they're afraid that one day you're gonna get up and you're gonna say the truth. So they gotta turn everybody against you, and they gotta make everybody think that you don't know what you're talking about, that you slow, that you dumb, that you this or that, and that they should just disregard anything you're saying. They will intentionally sabotage you. They will intentionally set you up and put you in situations and scenarios where they will tell you one thing, they'll tell everybody another thing, and then they'll ask you a question in front of everybody, and they intentionally will, they'll after you say the wrong answer, because they gave you the wrong answer, they'll sit back, laughing, snickling, and cackling, talking to everybody like, I told y'all, look at this. I told y'all this person's not up there. That person they ain't got it all. You see, this is how they move around. This is how these snakes move, and they move in a covert way. They don't come out and show who they are. They hide under the scene, and these bastards is so goddamn good with sneaking around and they slimy self. But it's like when you can see them truly for what they are, they gotta take you up out this bad boy. And they will go through great efforts to try to get everybody to look at you in a negative light, to get everybody to think that you are this, to get everybody to turn their back against you. And the crazier thing is that they will do it. And then now you in this state where you got the truth wrapped around you and you can't understand what's going on. And you already know like what it is. And after half the time you don't even get up and speak and say what the hell the truth is. It's not because you don't want to get up and speak. It's not because you don't think that that's valuable or whatever. Having these people, they be so damn ass backwards. They be thinking that like you are them. The reason why you don't get up and even speak is because you know these people is not going to believe you. It's like, they already turning their back on me. Like they're not about to sit there and believe me. This is a waste of my time. I'm gonna look like I'm the guilty one. I'm gonna look like the fool if I even get up and I even remotely try to do it. Half of these people know doggone well I'm innocent, and they still doing it any damn way. And they're gonna just sit there and laugh. They was never gonna be on my side. They was never gonna be like they was easily able to turn because they was never on my side in the very first place. And then the other half that truly is blind and they don't understand like truly what's going on, they will look like and then make it look like you are truly the damn problem. Like you are the ones you're the reason why all these things is going on and all this negativity. And then when you get up and you go try to tell people, they be like, "No, you tripping." And then when you point out specific individuals, no, that's not who that person is. And these type of people, man, they are so goddamn slick. You see what they do to everybody else. What they do is they go try to ingratiate themselves with everybody else. They try to make it seem as though they're so helpful. They really want to be there to help, and they make all these selfless acts. You know what I'm saying? Like they over there. They try to go do any and everything and try to portray themselves to one way in front of people. Right? That's just so when you do come up and you do start to speak about what they doing, they already got people in the bag. They've been with people for a long period of time. They already got people to really like them, and and people think that they know this individual, this sneaky, slimy individual, the snake charmer. They be thinking that they know him, but they really don't, or they know her, and they really don't. And now as a result, when you come up and you say something, everybody's like, no, you the wrong one. You the one that's in the wrong. Like this person up over here, they right. You wrong. It's because they only know one side of that person. But this is a small subsection of people, not everybody, but there's a good subsection of people. They really truly are blind. They don't really even know what's going on, and they will see you as the problem. And when you get up there and you try to explain your story, you try to tell the truth and stuff like that, people ain't gonna be trying to hear you. They're gonna say that you're the one. And so it's like you don't even sit there and you don't try to argue with people. You ain't got to try to talk. You just get up and you leave. You just get up and you leave because that's the only best reality of it. And oftentimes, this is what you sometimes have to do, is because this is the only way that people will expose themselves and the lies will be exposed when you get up and you leave. You don't sit there and you don't try to like clean up all these claims and these lies about what people are saying about you and stuff like that. And it's going to hurt because even with the people that you help the most, them people will turn their back on you. But the thing is, it was a blessing in disguise because you saw that these people was never in your corner in the very first place. And so it's a blessing in disguise. But, you still have to go through that pain and that sometimes this isolating pain, because a lot of people, they won't believe you. They won't believe you. They won't believe it because they've never been through it themselves, and they thinking that you just tripping. They thinking that you just and it's like it feels like you're very isolated, even more so because a lot of people, they don't go through what you're going through. And again, these people who are really pulling on the cords and manipulating everything, they're very good at hiding themselves. They're very good at putting on a front in front of people, and even though you can see them as clear as day and you can call them out, other people, it's like they still under this person's charm. They're under the snake charmer's charm. And it is like they really do some type of witchcraft, or like they are very good at convincing people, and they're very good at creating illusions. That's why people will sit there and think that you are the damn problem, that you truly are the problem, and that because these people, they'll sit there behind the scenes and blame you for everything. They'll blame you for every problem that there is, when truthfully it's not your fault, but they're trying to make you out to be the problem, so everybody can see you be the problem. And then they will intentionally set you up. They will intentionally do things where they're not giving you the right information. They'll intentionally do things where they're trying to come and get at you, do petty stuff all the time, so they can get at you in front of people, whatever the case may be. And then behind the scenes, once you're no longer there or your back is turned, they can sit there and snicker and laugh and talk about, like, I told y'all this person is not smart. They you see what I'm saying? Like, they playing games. They playing games. And if you sit there and even try to remotely try to defend yourself, it's a wrap for you, because people gonna believe that you lying. People gonna look at you again. Half of these people already know that this person over here is lying. They just on the bandwagon. It's just fun to come at people. These people is miserable enough. This is the only way that they can let out any type of good. And these people are not strong people. So do not sit there and think and look at these situations and these scenarios in a way where, they ain't got to do that. If people is that damn strong, they ain't got to come at you in buttloads of people. They ain't got to come at you in armies. If you a one man army and you still out here crushing people, crushing them, they think they're gonna crush you, but you still out here crushing people, because God is on your side, and God's always gonna be on your side, and God's always gonna vindicate your name. He's gonna still pick you up out that pit and dust you off and show what it really is, and expose people's lies. And sometimes you got to take that L, or in the sense that, like, sometimes you don't get up and you don't speak, you don't get up and you don't go, because it's not gonna be fruitful. It's gonna be fruitful. And you gotta understand, sometimes, man, the pain that you gotta go through in your journey in your life. Sometimes you just gotta feel that pain of isolation, and that people, they're not believing you. You saying the truth and you telling what, and then you get to a point where you don't even want to talk no more. And then you damn near want to get to the point, I'm telling you, the devil gonna get in your ears like, you should just give up. Just give up. People ain't gonna believe you anyway. Because these people sneaky, and you can see what they doing. You know what I'm saying? You know what they doing. And they good enough so they can hide it. These people are professionals. And then you sit here and look at these individuals. It's like, dude, how many people's lives has these people destroyed? These people be old. And it's like, how many people's lives have y'all destroyed? It's like, man, may God have mercy on your soul, because you tried the right one with me. You definitely tried the right one with me. But it's like, dude, how many people have you destroyed? Baby, how many people have you destroyed? And these people, they be operating from a place of pain. They be operating from a place of hurt. They be trying to act like they all good, they all cool, they so confident. They're not. They're not. They're everything. They're trying to, everything they're trying to portray. They try to act like they're so confident, like they're so, like, just so smart and so superior. You know what I'm saying? Like, playing these dang on mental games, like they're so, and you can see right through them. They think sometimes they be thinking that you do dumb, because you don't operate like them, and you don't get up and you don't say or whatever, because you can see what they doing. You can see right through these people, and these people don't understand that. They be so, because of their pride and their ego. This is the only time in their life that they ever feel good. They like to see a powerful person. Again, Dave Chappelle once said this. He said, oftentimes the cowards rejoice when the brave guy falls. That's what happens. People love to see you when you down in that pit. People love to see you when you broken. People love to see you when you not winning in life. They will say something different in your face, but people love to see it. And then they love to try to come over and take dominion of your soul, or try to take dominion of your vessel and try to control your life. These people have I'm telling you, this stuff gives them a major rush, because they'll try to sit there and make it seem as though you are not powerful, that you're not nothing, that you really the scum beneath their foot or their shoes, or the gum on the damn street, or whatever the case may be. But these people spend all this time looking at you, watching at you, trying to figure out ways how to try to play you, manipulate you, and everything like that. Going around lying on your name all the doggone time. They spend a significant amount of time on your life trying to make it seem as though they don't really care, playing these doggone hot and cold games. You know what I'm saying? Like, playing all these doggone games with you. Playing these games, trying to make it seem as though you not who you are, and you're not as powerful as you are. You are very powerful. These people will not be even remotely around you. These type of people, they only care about status, this, and this. These people do not hang out with people that they feel is really, truly nothing. They don't. They know you everything but. And that's why they coming at you in the way that they are. They can see that greatness on your doggone face. That's why these people keep on coming at you in the way that you do. You understand what I'm saying? They trying to break you down, trying to make you think that you ain't who you are. But they know who you are. They just trying to get you to trick you out your spot. They trying to trick you out your spot, thinking that it's gonna work, thinking that they gonna prevail in all these tactics and these lies. And these people be so damn confident, because they had infiltrated so many parts of your life. They infiltrated family, they've infiltrated relationships, they infiltrated your work, they infiltrated all these people work on their damn payroll. These people will be working on their payroll. And again, when people will be hearing you say this, they be thinking that you have lost your damn mind. They think that you are loony too because they've never been through it. And so you got to understand, like, a lot of people in this world, they don't go through a lot of the stuff that you go through. They don't. They just don't go through it. And that's why a lot of times you are different from a lot of people and you move differently from a lot of people, and they're not going to understand you. Some of these people, they will understand you in time. And sometimes sometimes it's a curse and it's a blessing at the same time. Like if you ever heard that saying, like, oh, that person was ahead of their time or whatever. And, to a certain degree, what I'm thinking they saying is, like, you might have more wisdom. You might have wisdom to move in a certain type of way, to do things in a certain type of way. Whereas when other people look at you, they don't understand why you're doing it. And they really do think that something is wrong with you or something is off, or they just don't grasp it because they're not in the same position. Like, for example, I always say this example, like when I was in school, I used to do things in a certain type of way, and I used to move in a certain type of way because I knew that the benefits and what the long-term effects would be that I would want, But a lot of people, they saw me, and we were at the same age. They didn't understand why I was doing the things that they would thought that the stuff was weird. They thought it was off. They were whatever, and so they would talk and whatever. And then, like, years later, down the line, and then everything progresses and everything falls, and now whatever you were trying to advance forward, and and how you were moving, because you were trying to get to a certain goal, you reach that goal and stuff like that. A lot of people, if they have that humility, people will call you. And I had people in the past, they call you, they hit you up, and they'll tell you, like, dang, man, I see what you're doing and blah, blah. Or, like, I just see, like, dang, man, I realize now what you was saying all the way back then. I didn't get what you was saying. I didn't understand why you was doing what you're doing, but I understand it now. And it's like, and then some people, like, I wish I listened to you all the way back then, but it's like I didn't. And now I understand. Some people, they have not gone through the tests and the trials that you've been going through. Some people have not. And so that's why a lot of people, they won't understand why you're doing what you're doing. And it's not until the future when they understand it and when they go through it. Some people, they'll sit there and laugh at you today and laugh and giggle and cackle because they think that they win it, and they think that whatever you're doing is stupid, or they think that you're just crazy or whatever because of the things that you're doing, because you move with wisdom, not with you don't move with the crowd, you move with wisdom. So people will look at you and, like, what are you doing? Like, they're, like, always critique you and stuff like that, and they truly in their head thinking they about to win. They think that you just crazy, you just lost your mind or whatever. And then when things play out and you actually are victorious in all of this, and God pull you through all those situations and stuff like that, and you now up on top again, these same people, man, in the background, they be hating, they be mad as hell because they wish they would have listened to you, but at the same time, they don't want to ever give you no type of credit, and so they're gonna discredit you even more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like this type of situation, and again, it's like this constant persecution that you always find yourself in, because it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. You know what I'm saying? And then again, when you go over there and you trying to build a bridge, you're trying to help other people understand, like, hoping that other people understand your situation and stuff like that. Not a lot of people understand. Not a lot of people understand, like, exactly what you're talking about because they've never been through it. Some people need time. They need time to understand what you're talking about because they haven't gone through those tests and those trials like you have. And so you sometimes are ahead of the curve. And then people, when they get to the future and when they understand what it is, and then they recognize the lesson and they understand why you did what you did, they will gonna hate you even more. Some people gonna hate you even more. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't give you a props or nothing like that. They're gonna hate you even more. And then that stuff can get even more frustrating and stuff like that. But understand, mate, like, stay steadfast to the truth, and keep it real with yourself and keep it real with other people and keep on being yourself. These people, they're going to keep on lying on you. These people going to keep on trying to, because it's the damn devil trying to get at you. The damn devil is trying to get at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, the closer you get to wherever God needs you to be, the more he's going to try to fight against you. He's trying to fight against you to make you give up and to quit. So don't quit and don't give up, and do not give these bastards the damn satisfaction of even seeing your head down. You pick your head up and keep it moving. And even if they hit you in the damn gut, even if they hit you and they damn near knocked you out, okay? They damn near got you. You act like they ain't hurt. Then when you get behind that tree and they can't see you no more, start limping and act like that's what you're supposed to act like all day. Don't show these people. I don't ever give these people the satisfaction of anything, like they ever even remotely got at you. You know what I'm saying? Don't be fake with yourself. This is what I'm, and you ain't necessarily being fake with them, but at the same time, do not ever let these goddamn people, man, these people, they is lower than you. And it's not to say that you better than anybody. It's not to say these people make themselves lower than you. These people, they feel inadequate when it comes to you. And this is why they attack you in the way that they do. And their behavior is lower than you, not the person, not the vessel, the person's behavior. And because they keep on going to that behavior, your behavior make you who you are. And so is that's just what the situation and scenario is, because they can change their damn behavior and change to be a different person. But you better than that damn behavior. You better than that damn behavior. And these people feel like you better than them. Okay. And you could never, the thing is, you gotta understand, sometimes you're like, man, I ain't never come across, like I ain't never, you don't need to come across the people when they're like, you gotta understand. That's why God tells us, you can't have light and darkness together. Meaning like people who have a mindset of a spiritual mindset, and then people with worldly mindsets. A person with worldly mindset, they only care about ego. They care about what feels good right now. They care about the right now. They're like Esau. Whereas people who follow God or something, they're like Jacob, like they have the longer term. Esau is the one that gave up his birthright for a bowl of soup. He gave up his birthright for a bowl of soup because he was hungry right now. And he gave up his birthright to Jacob. And Jacob took his birthright, and, Jacob became, Israel and all that other stuff. And he had the whole nations. But he gave up his birthright. And that's how a lot of people are. They look for pleasure right now, and they don't look for pleasure. They don't think about the long term. That's why oftentimes these people cannot see what graves they're walking into. You could be sitting there and watching, talking to people, and warning people like, yo, you keep on walking forward, you about to fall into that trap. And a lot of people, they be like, man, you don't know what you're talking about. Look at you. Look what you got on. Look what. And then they be up at the moment. And you telling them like, yo, you better slow down. You better not. And they be like, man, ain't nothing gonna happen to me. Like, look at me. Like, you don't know what you talking about. Look at what you look like. Look where you at. Look what you working at. Look what you got. Bop, bop, bop. And sometimes God might have you in a with some humble beginnings, and you not where you need to be, but you're gonna go up there, and but you know how this individual is moving right here. You already know what their end fall is, and you try to warn them, and they look at you like, who are you? Who are you? And then when things happen, and then everything that you said, it actually happens, like now they got a problem with you too. They got an even bigger problem with you, because now you up and now they're down. And those tables turn. And you've been trying to tell them the whole time, like, yo, you better watch out. You better watch. And people, they ain't want to listen to you. People don't want to. And some people, they be knowing what you're saying is true. Some people have so much goddamn spite. They be so goddamn mad, and they don't like you enough that they will spite their damn face. They will cut off their damn nose to spite their face. They will fall into that damn trap, knowing damn well what the hell is that trap is, and they about to fall into a trap. But just because they don't want to ever give you any type of recognition, you're not even trying to come at them in that way. But their ego. They want to feel good, and they want to feel like they're much more superior. And they be damned. They rather go and fall in that damn trap, fall in that grave, than to listen to you, to give you anything. And it's not like you trying to get, but they don't even want it. They don't even remotely want to even. But they so damn prideful and egotistical, And so that's why when you come around somebody, you might be thinking in a spiritual manner, and other people, they be thinking with the worldly manner. Y'all ain't gonna mix. You ain't gonna understand why they do what they do. Well, you might understand, but they damn sure is never gonna understand why you do what you do. They not gonna understand it, and they go think that something is wrong with you or whatever. And then in the future, again, they will understand why, but they don't understand now. It's because they're not in your shoes. But sometimes that's that lonely part of that whole journey that God put you through, is because it's not even necessarily like you physically alone, but people truly do not know what you go through. And then the people that know what you truly are going through, they're the perpetrators, and they damn sure will never ever tell everybody who they truly are. They're gonna get exposed with time, but they're never gonna tell people who they are. Their whole life is based on how people look at them. Their whole life, understand how much time, work, and effort that these people put into how other people perceive them. If they put all that work and that time and that energy into them damn selves and truly building themselves up from the outside, they didn't have to do, but they do all these snaky, slimy, grimy things to people in order to get ahead in life. And they think that it's gonna work on you because it worked on everybody else. And again, you're looking at them like, how many people's lives have these people destroyed? And they more likely destroyed a lot of people's lives. How they're able to sneakily move and navigate, how they're able to go through certain areas, and nobody is none the wiser. Nobody except the people that these people came across. But oftentimes you might be that doggone karma for people. And people tried you. When they tried you, they tried the right doggone one. And it's like, now, trust and believe me, these people ain't getting away with it no more. God ain't gonna let them get away with another doggone day. Oftentimes, you sometimes are the protection for people. When you in their life is good. Their life is abundant. Their life has all this light and this happiness. And then when you get up out of there, watch what happened to people's lives. They go down. People, again, they will not tell you, but they will disappear from the face of the earth. It's because they came at the right doggone one. People will be thinking that you just like everybody else, and they're about to just hit a lick. No, actually, no, let me not stop and say that. People probably know what you got. People know what you could potentially be. People know. They be knowing. A lot of these people be knowing. They can see it on you, and they know. That's why they go against you so hard. And then they thinking in their head, man, it's gonna be the biggest ego boost in the world. They don't care. Even if they destroyed their whole life, if they was able to stop you, if they was able to stop you, man, it's worth it. They rather, oh man, it's worth it. They'll spend 50, 25 years in prison, happy as hell, because they got at you. This is what these people will do. This is the mentality. This is the way that they operate in the world and stuff like that. This is what their greatest mission in life is, to take you down. That's their purpose in life, to take you up out of here. To take you up out of here. But that damn devil is a lie, and every time you gonna win. Every time. These people be thinking that they're winning. Sometimes you be thinking they with it too. Let's be real. But but at the end of the day, you already know what it is, and God always come through for you, and He helps you up and everything like that. And sometimes it's the only one that truly knows what you're going through is God. And is good. God is there. And sometimes you do want people in the flesh, but you do find people online and whatever, and other people that go through the same stuff that you do. But it's like, you got to understand that you're not the only one that goes through the things that you go through, that you just all that persecution and stuff that you go through, man. It's always for a purpose. It's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And it's not like all those fairy tales where, but God is real. He's very much real. And it's like, He sees you doing everything that you're doing, and how you moving, and how you working, and how you doing right in the world. And it's like, don't ever start to get into that bitter spot. I know it's hard sometimes because of how people are in this world, but you ain't got to start to become like people. You know what I mean? What you should do is understand some of the tactics that they use. And sometimes you got to use the tactics of the world to fight the world, to fend off the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, you of this world, but you're not in, you fight off the world in the sense that, you can use these to protect yourself. You're not using the worldly tactics as a way to hurt people, but you damn sure ain't gonna let nobody hurt you. You or yours, or try to hurt you in your pockets and nothing like that. It's like, no, you ready to die for that. But you got to understand how people of the world think. And it's like, you got to understand, like, people, sometimes you will lower yourself so much so you can be around people. You know what I'm saying? Because people, when you just yourself, everybody got a problem with you. But then you try to go and lower yourself and dim yourself, and then try to hide what you can do just to be around people, and just for them to still snake you, still come in, and they can still see who you are. Maybe everybody can't, but there's a lot of people that can still see who you are, and they still gonna come at you. And so it's like, you got to understand that sometimes you got to walk alone, or and sometimes God does bring people into your life, but sometimes the hardest part is that it's not even necessarily you walking alone, but it's like, it seems like they don't understand who you are, and you don't get it. You don't get it, and you don't understand why people don't understand who you are. You know what I'm saying? And it's not until later that God gets you through certain when He gets you through certain things in life, He will explain it, and He will reveal these things to you. He doesn't like sit there and explain it like, yo, yeah, let me tell you. But like, over time, like, it's just like, you wake up tomorrow and it's like, I don't know how, I just know this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just know what it is, and it's like, you're now able to put together pieces, and that's God giving you that. God's giving you understanding when before you didn't understand it. You don't know how you know now, but you know now. It's because God is, He's telling you, and He's ministering to you, and letting you know, like, what it is, and why you went through things, and what was this and what was that, and He'll send you to places around people. Sometimes you just so happen to see something, and you see it, and it changes your doggone life, because now you realize there's a lot of people that's just like you that's going through it. Because a lot of times what the devil will do is that damn devil will get you isolated. And again, his isolation is the biggest thing, because even he wants you to get you to think that you're the only one in the world going through all the stuff that you're going through. You're the only one that's going through this persecution, so you must be crazy. You must be losing it. And sometimes that keeps you in a timid space, because you feel like you can't ever trust yourself. Because people in the world, they will sit there and they will work on you since the time you was a child. They will work on you to get you to a state where you cannot trust yourself. They make it seem like everything that you do is wrong, and that oh my bad, they'll make it seem as though everything that you do is wrong and everything like that, and they'll try to always invalidate you. Invalidation. It doesn't matter what you do, what step you take. If you step left, they got a problem. If you step right, they got a problem. Everything that you do, people will invalidate everything. And what they're doing is they want you to get you to a state where you cannot make a move without their damn permission. Everything you do, you're so timid that you don't move forward. And they get you to not believe in yourself. They get you to do not look inside yourself, look to the world for validation, aka them. And so as a result, that's how they control you for so long. And then they'll use guilt and shame to force you to not look within, because oftentimes they'll just say you're inherently bad. So you're not going to look inside yourself if you're inherently bad. You're going to go out there and look in the world for solutions and problems. That's if you want to solve it. And these people probably don't think that you ever want to solve it. These people probably don't think that you ever will solve it, because they don't, they've been working on you for so long. But, in time you will understand that, like, people using guilt and shame, they trying to tell you that you are inherently bad. They invalidating you, saying that everything inside of you is wrong. They might not necessarily physically be saying this, they might not, but over time, this is what the message is. And so they're trying to always get you into a space where you don't make a step without their permission, that you don't know what you're doing unless they say so. And this is how these people be programming you. This is how that damn devil programmed you, because they'll get you to think that you or something just wrong with you. You're the only one in the world going through what you're going through, so it must be you. And it's not the case whatsoever. It's not the case. There's a lot of people that be going through the exact same thing that you go through. The only difference is you just don't know it yet. And in time, God gonna reveal that to you, and God gonna show you that other people go through the same things you go through, and He'll give you much more clarity about your situations. And sometimes you don't even necessarily need another person to sit down and listen to you. It doesn't even matter if people don't understand you no more, because you understand God understand you, and then you understand there's a lot of other people that know exactly what you're talking about. And then you understand the reason why a lot of people don't understand is because they don't go through the same things that you go through. And that's what, and then it'll make more sense over time. And so you'll be able to gain that confidence back. You'll lose that timidity. You'll lose that whatever, and you'll go out to whatever you need to go in this world. You go out to your dreams, because now you got much more. God will give you that confidence back. He'll give you that confidence back, which is backed by Him, which is confidence. He'll give you that confidence back, and you get up on your feet, get up in that ring, and start swinging with everybody again. You know what I'm saying? You get your confidence, you get your step back, and trust and believe me, a lot of people, they're gonna hate that. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's when you're going to know that a lot of people didn't want you to get up out that pit, regardless of what they were saying while you was in that pit. Because a lot of people come around, oh, yeah, you good, da-da-da, da-da-da. A lot of people, they're going to leave you when you get in that pit, because they're like, okay, this person's done. And then they'll come back once you get up out that pit, but then you send them right on their way, right back over there, wherever they just came from. I don't want to be with you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to, blah, blah. It's like, it's great to see that you're alive, but go over there, because you're not here for me. You here for whatever. I really don't care what up, but I don't want you in my life no more. I love you. Bye. Because you left when I needed you most. Like, why would you come back now? No, absolutely not. Like, no. But people be thinking that you were that person all the way back then when they met you, and they'd be just disrespectful with it. But in general, you're gonna get an understanding of how life work and how things move and stuff like that. In time, you will get it. But sometimes it's like you got to go through those dark days, and it's like you don't know when them damn dark days is gonna end, because time is crazy, and you don't know when. You just don't know when. You don't even know. It's like sometimes you're like, is God even existing? Like, God is gone, and you damn near don't even want to do anything good for people no more and get in that bitter spot. But you can't get yourself locked up in that situation. You got to keep on doing good in the world, And sometimes you got to go through a lot of stuff to understand when to do good and who to give it to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to learn that. You got to learn who's deserving of your time and who's not. And you got to learn when to listen and when not to listen. You got to learn a lot about God. It's a lot of stuff that you got to learn in those dark days. And though I don't want to go to that mess no more. But you get out on the other side, and God will give you clarity. You know what I'm saying? Like, He will remove all that depression, all that pain. I'm talking about, you could have been going through stuff. You could have been going through a problem for 10 consecutive years. 10 consecutive years. I'm telling you, it's crazy. And then you go to bed. And whatever, God comes and He comes, and then, like, He shows you Himself and everything like that, and then y'all go to a whole nother level. He gives you clarity, and all that pain that you had for the last 10 years is gone. It's like, what happened? You wake up a whole new person, and people see that in you too. Okay, so understand that there are a lot of other people that's out there and is going through the same things, and there is resources, but understand that sometimes you got to keep on moving, you keep on going, even though it might not look like it, but I'm telling you, it's going to be a rainbow at the end of that rainstorm. So I'll catch you on the flip side.